Recently, Jim and I went to the International Food Truck Festival. This was going to be so exciting to try so many different kinds of foods from so many different places. It just got my taste buds watering. One thing, however, that we had to take into consideration was that we're on a keto diet. And for those that don't know, a brief description of the keto diet is eating foods low in carbohydrates. And for many people, that means eating only about 20 grams of carbs per day, which is where Jim and I were. So things like rice, pasta, regular pizza, and burritos are not on the list of edible foods for us. So this was going to be an adventure. One of the first things we had to do was to decide if we were going to have a cheat meal or if we were going to stick to our decision. For some, cheat meals are just a part of the process. Either once a week or once a month, they'll eat a meal or have a day where they eat more carbs, and they don't worry about it. But Jim and I decided that we were going to stick to our guns. We had made the decision on March 1st to go 3 months of eating a low-carb keto diet, which meant about 20 grams of carbs. And so we wanted to stay with that decision. So when we got to the festival, we did a tour of all the trucks, and there were a lot of them. All kinds of different foods from all over the world. One thing we found, however, was that most of the trucks were a carb lover's dream. Ice cream, pizza, rice bowls, you name it. Traversing this arena of delectables was going to be a test of our willpower. But we knew we could do it. What we looked for were trucks that had protein sources that we could eat that didn't have sauces on them, they weren't breaded or fried, and sides that were also low in carbs. After our search, we decided on German cuisine. We knew that traditional brats and kraut were within our numbers, so we gave it a shot. And we were not disappointed. I got beerwurst with kraut and red cabbage, and Jim got brats, beerwurst, kraut, and red cabbage. And it was so good. We had considered giving into the temptation and having some ice cream, but we knew that 3 months isn't a long time, and we could wait until June for more carbs. Also, if I was going to cheat, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be totally worth it. And I was just not convinced that there was anything there worth cheating on. Now, next year, however, it is on. I am going to try so many different things, but for now, I will refrain. So, how do you stay keto during these types of adventures? You've got to ask yourself, what's your goal? Are you going to stay on course and stay to your commitment, or are you going to have a cheat meal? Either way is fine. Just make your decision, one that you can live with, and go for it. Go have an amazing time. Life's about getting out and living, not condemning yourself to a life of torture. So I hope this encourages you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next trip.